Sharjah International Cricket Stadium. We've got Karachi versus Islamabad. This is match 15, Sunday evening, March the 4th, in the third season of the HBL PSL. And the Kings, they've breached for the first time here of this season in Sharjah, over 150. 153 for 6 and 20. A couple of half centuries there, very impressive. Held things together. And the standout, Fahim, 3 for 23. A wicket to Sami early, and one to Hussain Talat. The others, well, they toiled enough. And it looked like they were going to restrict them under 150 at one point, but no. That century partnership between Babar Azam and Manzoor was rather impressive.
Yes, they put their heads down. The pace wasn't great initially, but then they recovered and played very good and positive cricket. Babar Azam, we know, has got loads of talent, and Khurram Manzoor has been in the circuit for a very long time. Very strong bottom-handed player. You see him cut the ball, and today it was good through the offside, driving it forcefully, and some lovely sixes. It was a good partnership, played with a lot of common sense. You've seen batsmen to not make gains when they're set. The wickets have gone in a heap so many times for so many teams, but not tonight. Kings played like champions, and so as a result of that wonderful opening partnership, or I think it was first wicket partnership that got them going in the end as well, so they ended on a high, and so this is a good competitive score that they posted.
Sure is. And the first 10 overs went for 49. The second 10 bucked the trend. 104 runs in the last 10 overs to allow the Kings to get over 150.
Yeah, and you can't speak highly enough of Manzoor and Baba, their partnership, both bringing up 50s. It was, they took their time, and then when they decided to play their strokes, they found the boundary at ease, and they're the reason why the Kings got themselves up to 153. It was good to see a couple of local Pakistan batsmen really taking a bit of leap out of Sangakkara's batting book or manual. You know, make sure that you just keep ticking it over and then just start to find the boundaries later on.
Yep, there are about 10 or 12 Pakistani sort of youngsters who are sort of trying to get the act together and trying to understand the game better. I mean, from last year to what they are, or where they are in this year, there's been marked improvement, but we have not seen a clear-cut winner so far, or a youngster really holding our eye, or eye-catching performance from a young player. That just been regular performances so far. That this was different in that regard, because there was Babar Azam and Khurram Manzoor, as you mentioned, Flem, local talent coming through, and through a very good performance.
First ball from the skipper, Ahmad Wasim. No surprises there. Regularly bowls with a new ball. He's up against JP Dumini in terms of left-hander, and a right-hand combination with Luke Ronke at the non-striker's end. That's a little too wide, and he gets away with it. Some good fielding to lift the vibe for the KKs.
Yeah, he's not keeping a slip in place, because the natural angle of his ball will be a drift away from left-hander's off stump. It's a very secure offside field.
Yeah, I don't know about that line. He's got protection on the leg side, nothing on the offside on the boundary. That's a better line. And just gets JP Dumini reaching for the ball. Just posing the threat. Do you want to go back over my head? Good challenge.
I like Dumini opening. I think he takes his time, but he needs to face some balls to get in a little. And he's so capable going through the offside. We know he's a tremendous player. Square, cover driving, even lofted cover drives, but he just wants to settle in. He's faced 4 dot balls. Suit Jones, he looking relaxed at this stage.
Gave us a bit of a rap on Twitter last night too, Dino. Ooh. A big tick to the comms and the production. So he's obviously listening a lot and liking what he hears.
We like him a lot as well. But this is a decent move from Islamabad United to send JP Dumini as an opener, because he's good against spin, and we know that's a given that Imad Wasim will open the bowling for Kings with the new ball. So get the guy in for maximum number of overs who's good against spin.
Yeah, and give himself a chance, because he's new to PSL this tournament. Time for Ronke. Last ball of the first. Well bowled, just a
50.
Yeah, just the two extras. Good disciplines from Islamabad United. With ball in hand. Muhammad Amir had some niggles. And he gets into that leg stump. Challenge on. Oh, hello. I'm going to want to have a look upstairs. Ahmed Shahab is the television umpire. Just held on to it a split second long, maybe.
Yeah, that wasn't grease lightning down there at fine leg. It just took a while for the big fella to get down, but eventually he got there. Flicked it. Oh, we can't see from that angle whether his foot's touching.
Irfan Jr. is a fielder. This will give us a better view of whether it was a clean stop or not. Is that toe hitting the boundary cushion? He may have done a good job in the end. Not very athletic, but he gets the job done.
Yeah, all good. Just a couple of leg buys. Slip in. Just the one. A crisp stroke, but again a dot ball against Dumini.
High class contest this. Two of the better players around the world, Muhammad Amir and JP Dumini. Really looking forward to this challenge between these two.
Cool and cool umps. Tim Robinson and Alim Dar out in the centre. It's particularly cool tonight. It's cool and cool out there in terms of temperature. Oh, again. Don't get into the pads of any opener. There's the first boundary and the reply.
Yeah, his bat speed is superb, as been always. And he's quick really to track this on the pads. Not a great ball, and so easily done through square leg.
I wonder why he's got square leg out and not fine leg, because he is trying to swing the ball, and that's two in a row, or two out of the three that he's actually angled down to leg side, so it's not swinging for Amir. It's got to get it outside off stump.
Oh, and again, back-to-back boundaries. It's not shaping out, Damien Fleming.
So if they've had fine leg from ball one, he's probably gone for 2 runs, and now it's 10. So you've got to make a big, as a swing bowler, you've got to make a big equation straight away. What's the pitch doing? What's the batsman doing? What's the ball doing? And if it's not swinging, all of a sudden you've got to bring your length back, and you've got to be so good with your line. You can't bowl any straighter than off stump, maybe even a 5th or 6th stump line. Make the batsman come to you because the ball's not moving in the air.
But he's got to slip in place, so his natural delivery has got to be to involve there and engage that slip fielder. Got to be an outswinger to JP Dumini. He's middling the ball so well. That was such a good shot, crashed into the stumps.
But once again, it's too straight, isn't it? Wobbling, attacking the stumps. So I just think with no swing and no seam, I think you might be better just taking him across the crease and then trying the odd ball back in for a bolder LB.
Normally, Flemo, we see Muhammad Amir with a beautiful presentation of the seam up. It's not.
He's got his fingers very close together, doesn't he? Generally, a lot of swing bowlers just widen the grip a little bit.
Old bunny ears, just either side. Let's see what happens with this one. No timing, but he'll squeeze one, get off the pins. Some artwork for Alan Benno, the new nickname for Wilco. AB, the new AB, Alan Wilkins. Ronke with the ink up against Usman Shinwari. Wicket taker, this fella, running away from us. And he's right on the button with his first one.
How many left-armers in the league? So there's Imad Wasim and Mohammad Amir, and followed by Usman Shinwari, all bowling with new ball. 15 left-arm pacers in the league. Only 15? I'm disappointed.
I know, I thought it was 25. crickandgif.com, some ball-by-ball highlights. Go to that fabulous website. Now, does he get some shape? Oh, and again into those pads. And guess what? Oh, did it go to the gutter? It did. Another boundary, courtesy one off the hip.
Well, it appears as if Kings wants to make this game very interesting, because they bowl on the pads. Just been a very untidy, unprofessional start by them, because as the champions, as a form team, you need to be better than that. That was a good try, by the way, Khurram Manzoor with a full-length dive, but wrong line, wrong ball.
Tapped it with one hand and then tapped it on the other hand, didn't he? And ended up popping it into the goal. An OG. A little better. Got the slip in the wider slip too. Seen Shinwari over the last couple of seasons, and he gets that angle across the lefties, mainly back across the right-handers and then tucking up left-handed batsmen. But this lefty can swing it with good shape away from right-handers. Sometimes you're going to see two slips in with the movement.
Just as you say that, Danny, slips coming out to mid-wicket. So I think he might attack the stumps here. That sort of length isn't too bad, though. Challenges the batsman that they're going to have to go on the up, hit on the rise.
Probably nick one now. Good pace. Good change-up. Shinwari.
Yeah, he can surprise you with extra bit of lift. He's short-statured, but he can get the ball to bounce even on a shorter pitch. This was well adjusted by him. Ronke looking to come out of the crease and hit him straight over his head, and was shocked by that length. It went off rather rapidly.
Fine legs up inside the circle. It's deep backward squares. The man with protection there, and the other man out as third man. That's that little flick. Oh, and it just gets away with it, Luke Ronke. But it was so on. Manzoor, good effort.
Yeah, just good intensity from Manzoor there. His first thought was to take the catch. His first thought was to attack, and can I get to the catch? Second, I can't. I'm going to get my body behind it and stop it for going for four. So good quality fielding, backing up the quick. And good to see Usman out there too. He's been out with stress fractures. The Pepsi catch a crawl. With Luke Ronke in the mood he is, I think he's an opportunity, if he's out there, to get some catches flying around this arena.
Watch out for a special drive from JP Duminy. He's timed the ball beautifully. Looks to be in control, in good form. 18 without a wicket.
And there's an outside edge. It'll race away for one.
Irfan Jr. doing a good job down there at third man. That was going really fast. You just see him here. It's sort of the type of delivery he was bowling to Duminy. That sort of line and length, but to the left-hander who's whipping it through the leg side. But with Ronke, he's getting squared up and thick edge down to third man. But can he adjust now to JP Duminy? He's persisting with square leg on the boundary and third man. But he really hasn't asked a question to get him driving through the offside yet.
Oh, when he gets away with one there, Amir over tossed. Papara gets in the way.
Yeah, there doesn't seem to be a bowling chart or bowling pattern so far from Mohammad Amir. It's just been all over the shop. The Yorkers, the slow deliveries, the balls on the pads. With a wobbly seam, he's tried to deceive the batsman. Maybe because he hasn't played in the last couple of matches that he's off the boil a little.
And not quite. One bounce for 4. Luke Ronchi hotting up now.
The last thing you want from a bowler is to bowl various lengths when he's not feeling settled. So we haven't seen Mohammad Amir knitting 4 good balls in one area. He's been either too full, too short on the pads. This was beautifully played. What a pull shot. Ronchi hits it very, very well.
That's a bit of searching ball. They'll still pinch one. Good calling from Dumini. Hustling through, rotate the strike, keep them guessing.
The HBL box. They've got a band player in there as well.
On the left there, the red, dyed his beard gold the other night. The beard that's feared. Expensive one too.
The running between the wickets is pretty special. JP Dumini is such a good judger of the ball, of the field, and he's still extremely fit.
Doesn't look any problems in this pitch, does it? Look like it's coming on the best so far. Able to play their shots and enough pace to be able to whip the ball through the leg side. But Ronchi already played that really good pull shot. Let's see where he's targeting now. Very aggressive batsman. And he's whipped that one. That'll be a maximum. Don't worry about that. Ronchi. What an excitement machine he is. Expensive.
With Ronchi going at the other end. For Shinwari for his second. His first only went for 5. It's Amir that's disappeared. JP. Another searching, asking delivery. Only a single.
Yeah, he's had an impressive debut in this HBL PSL just the other night. 34, 36. Workman-like initially, and then he gets going through some lovely shots. That was a 6-over cover, magnificent strike. But so aware of the importance of singles. That's where he's so good. Not only looks after hitting the ball hard for 4s and 6s, he's quite aware of the importance of 1s and 2s.
Oh, fielding. They're leaking. Here, the Kings. What a start from those in red. And it's Amir to go with his bowling.
Oh, they're not happy in the crowd. Don't know about that line too. We've seen Ronchi hit a 4 and a 6 with that type of shot. That one, not as much pace, but fine leg up, it's a boundary. So Ronchi 22 off 12. Seen him play some remarkable knocks over the years for Western Australia and New Zealand.
Striking at 183 now. Shinwari. Oh, those go through to the keeper with a little feather. Got away with this, Luke Ronchi.
He's done a couple of funky things backing away or running down the pitch, and he's missed both of them. I don't think he needs to move around too much, Ronchi. He's got enough power.
Hoga saaf Pakistan, milke lagayenge jaan. To hoga saaf Pakistan, Danny Morrison.
Bahuracha. Keep it clean.
No, keep it clean. You keep it clean when you're in Lahore.
I'll try my best. Sometimes my best is not good enough. But I promise it will be. Crowd chanting. They want this from Luke Ronchi. Maximum #2 from this incredible striker from New Zealand.
Yeah, really an incredible shot. And once again, on the pads and just flick of the wrist and away she went. Yeah, beautifully. Clearing the front leg and beautifully playing it away over square leg. That's a massive 6.
It is a boom boom. Just shows how much power he's got. But I've just got a little suggestion for the Karachi Kings. He's quite strong on a leg stump line. Can you please keep away with it? Away from it.
Absolute goal, D. Fleming. Yeah, brought up on the whacker, isn't he? All those years of growing up in Perth, born in New Zealand, moved to Western Australia and back to play for the Black Caps. Couple of ducks he's got too in PSL, Ronchi, but he's making up for it now. Can he kick on?
28 from 15 balls with a strike rate of almost 200. Taking the pressure off JP Duminy. This is the start that Islamabad wanted. Ease the pressure off the middle order, and it'll be a lot easier for the batting unit to track down that target of 154. 111 of 91 balls with all wickets in hand. You'd want to back Islamabad United to win this.
Ronchi focused and set. 28 from 15. And again, has he got enough on it? Has he? Oh, you betcha, baby. It's gone all the way for 6 more. 17 off. It's 40, 9 without loss.
Amir, expensive, couldn't find his line. Usman Chimwari, also expensive. So something's building here with Islamabad. This is a great contest in the making. Here's the captain again.
Yeah, the problem here, Wilco, is they're bowling the legs, the pads. There's another boundary. I mean, the runs are bleeding. There's 50 for Islamabad United. But the runs are bleeding because the bowling has been pulled. The wrong line.
Very much on the pads at the flick shot and just rolling it towards the leg and getting the boundary. This was a classy shot. Duminy though looks in solid touch. Best touch of the season.
He looks better and better, Duminy, doesn't he? Every innings. The first one he got bogged down trying to get in sync with the conditions. He just arrived. Then his last knock he was more fluent and he keeps stepping up. Now he opens. So he's batting better and better. He's starting to feel the pace of these pitches.
And you talk about batting position, Slats. I've just walked down here and guess who's padded up at 3? As we look at the some of the poor lines by the left arm quicks. Gee, there's some good shots being played here by Luke Ronchi.
Yeah, all on his pads though. They're just a simple flick.
Money for all rope for you right-handers. Shadab Khan has got his pads on and gloves on. Chance he might even go in 3 as a pinch hitter.
Maybe he's just a lucky mascot. He's just got the pads on so nobody gets out. He might go in there, but the actual problem here, Wilco, is Shahid Afridi is not playing. That's yeah, he's well in. He almost crossed the other line. But Wilco, Shahid Afridi is not playing and Karachi Kings have gone for an all-pace attack. They had Osama Mir, but they've not played him. Just Imad Wasim, that's it.
Is there no other spin bowler?
Osama Mir, the leg spinner,
yeah.
He's not played him.
They've done so well though, 99 from 87, 6.83. It was obviously a lot more than that. 10 runs and over right now. And Winviz is saying they're on track. Well, they are on track. The thing we've seen with Islamabad is that they lose wickets in clumps like Lahore do.
Yes.
That has been their scene right the way through.
Yes.
So there's a twist in the tail here.
You've identified that before, you both have. They get off to good starts and then all of a sudden it's like a panic, which we don't see and haven't seen with Karachi.
No, they're on track here, but we've seen an on-track run chase many times.
Yeah. Here's the skipper. Gosh, that's a good shot again from Ronke. I know he's got a good bat, but he knows how to use it as well.
Peppers the leg side and just a little flick of the wrist. That's raced away. Again, the line is all wrong. It's again gone into his strength zone, the leg side, and he just picks it up. Cool shot to the onside, and it's raced away. One bounce boundary.
Well, if you had to say to a batsman, where do you want it to have a knock-up, you'd say right there, wouldn't you? 60 now on the board. What a power play this is for Islamabad. Add a couple more, maybe just one. But just look at the scoring rate here. First 6 overs, Karachi at 5.3, Islamabad over 10.
Well, it's the first time we've seen the back end of the T20 go for more than the front end.
Yeah, yes.
They really accelerated.
Tamal Mills loses his run-up. He's a big unit, isn't he?
I like this guy, and he really warms up in the morning. He can turn it here.
Yeah.
He can turn it round. He's got a real energy. He knows exactly his bowling plans.
Coming round the wicket to start, Tamal Mills. Well,
United, a terrific power play, but lots of shots on the onside. The line just kept going leg stump and back of the length leg stump. Ronke's batted well, he's flicked the ball extremely well, hit those sixes on the leg side, but the line is just so bad.
oh, effortless. What a good shot that is from Luke Ronke. He's got his mojo in Sharjah tonight.
He's on a roll. He's really on a roll. They fed him that delivery on the leg side, and now he's bouncing on everything. Short, it sits up, hangs back, and just another little flick of the wrist in that pull shot, and accelerates to the fence.
And that angle there, even though it's not on the leg stump, it's the length, but left arm round, coming in. Not the angle across the right hand where you've got to really work hard to drag it across. So he's just helped it on its way, like all those other shots.
You would have liked it there, wouldn't you? Yeah, yes.
Particularly the angle now.
Yeah. Better, but it's gone straight past Tamal Mills. Luke Ronke is playing with the Karachi bowlers. He's playing with them.
This is incredible. This is such good batting. He's a funny player, isn't he, Ronke? He can get the duck the other night, but he'll come out, he'll play the same way. Reminds me a bit of McCullum, just that mindset. You go hard, and if you get on a roll, look at him, he's 48 from 22.
Yeah, and 42 of those are boundaries. 6 fours and 3 sixes. Strike rate over 200.
I say, bring it back again. He can't stop now, Baz. He cannot stop.
What is that? What is that? That's a Djokovic straight back over the bowler's head.
And that's a 50 of note, and probably the best 50 we've seen in this PSL. He's just gone berserk. He's on a roll, he's not going to stop. Like you said, Slats, short, and he's flat batted it where it came from. Doesn't matter where you bowl, it's going to hit you for a boundary.
Yeah, it's off the charts what he's doing. It's just such good batting. That is flat bat. That is baseball style.
He's not Ronke, he's right key tonight for Islamabad.
Right key.
Oh, a swing and a miss.
He needs a breather at the other end.
Yeah.
He'll be exhausted after all this swinging. How well's he batting?
Well, Islamabad have made the perfect start to this total of getting 154.
Good on him.
Fourth fastest 50 in this PSL, in all the PSLs. 23 balls.
It's equal second. He's equal with Akmal and Jason Roy and Umar Akmal at 22. Will we see that 22 beaten? It might be Umar himself. The nice thing about this is it allows JP Dummy to play the Sangakkara role. He just bats normally. 75 for no loss.
There's for the head and shoulders. I think Imad Razim will be scratching his head. They need a wicket. They've got to stop these runs. 75 for no wicket from 7.
Enormous start. Enormous start. What a run chase start this is. But I was saying, Wilco, that JP Duminy can just go about his normal business. Like Sangakkara. He can be just that guide through the innings. And you get the Ronchi, he goes for as long as he can, he keeps pumping away, and then these batsmen over here we see in the dugout, I'd run a few floaters. I'd run with another big hitter coming out, but let JP just guide the ship. The Uber run. Oh, no good today. No good today.
He's gone barefoot this time.
So you'd have a couple of padded, you'd have 3 or 4 padded up.
Yeah, I'd float the order now.
Maybe
if I lost JP Duminy, I'd get a stabiliser, and if I lose Ronchi, I'm going a bit more of an aggressor.
Maybe Dean Jones has already thought of that. You know, it's in the red book.
I tell you what, when you've got a suit on, mate, you've got pockets everywhere. You've got the red folder, which he writes in constantly, and you've got the inside pocket either side. You've got the trouser pockets, you've got the back pockets in the trousers. There'll be notes everywhere.
And he also got a big book.
Well, he's got the book. He's got the big book. Big suit.
A matching book. Red suit, red book.
Red kit.
Yeah, Rocky,
that's interesting, isn't it?
Much better against pace.
Loves the ball coming on.
And there's the example. He'd come down against a quick like that and he just threw the line, but now the pace is off it. He's got to impart all the pace on the ball.
And this is exactly the time where Kings would bring on Shahid Afridi. That's why they miss him right now, because in the middle overs he's so important. I thought they could have played Usama Mir. Wonderful leg spinner. Needed pace off the ball. Right now they're looking for wickets and they don't have someone to turn to, as in spin.
He's a good bowler, Usama Mir. He's tall. We saw him. He gets bounce. He gets turn.
Yeah, genuinely gets leg spin on the ball and turns his leg spinner a lot. It was only when Shadab eclipsed him that he went off the radar a bit. Maybe just angling down the leg side from Imad.
Well, that's the first one he's missed out on, down the leg side like that. They were just the flicks, weren't they? Did we find out what happened to Afridi? Like, he was getting an MRI, wasn't he? We got the report.
They're saying 3 or 4 days, so
they miss him. They'll miss him.
Simple push down the ground. They're still going at just about 10 and over. 8 right up there, all the way from Cape Town, that cameraman. We are a global PSL. Yeah, notes.
I'm sketching you. I'm sketching you.
Oh, right.
Tahir did earlier. I'm just trying to rival him.
Oh, that's a bad ball. That's a bad ball. Well, if you're watching this in Cape Town, our thoughts with all the people in Cape Town. There's no water there.
Yeah, it's desperate.
There's no water in Cape Town, and we had rain in the desert here two days ago.
So
I don't know what's going on in the world.
So the reservoir is just bone dry, is it, or
not yet? They're getting dry, very dry. Shot. Good shot. Good shot. 4 runs.
It's just on a roll. His timing has been immaculate. That was a real slow one from Bopara. Back of the hand, floated up. Not a lot of pace in the pitch. And he smashed it through the offside with no problems.
Yeah, well, it's a good sign because he's in control. Yeah. It's all control batting. That is a quality cricket shot.
Let's be honest too. The management has been waiting for this from Ronchi.
Yeah.
They know he's capable of doing this. Boy, he's hit that hard.
Well, everything looks like it's going to the boundary, doesn't it? He's hardly missing anything.
Yeah.
It's brilliant batting. 60 from 30. Nervous owner.
Yeah, Salman Iqbal, a little bit nervous.
I think Ronchi was the only person who watched Michael Slater's pitch report, apart from you, Alan.
Oh, I watched it. Listen, it was a good pitch report, that.
And he said 150, they got 150.
Oh, yeah.
If they lose, Karachi Kings are going to come at him.
but we have been saying 150 a lot. The fact of the matter is no one's got close to it. So it was a case of, come on batters, do a better job.
No pace delivered by Bopara, but plenty of pace provided by Duminy.
It just sets Duminy up to play a normal innings. And I keep bringing up Sangakkara. He guides the ship there when he's batting, and that's why JP out the back of the hand. So gone for the variation, slow ball variation, take the pace off is well used on these pitches, but Duminy's getting better and better as well.
It almost looks like we've used two different pitches tonight. The way that Karachi battled at the start and then built up their momentum. Was that because Shamwari and Amir bowled bad lines? That's slats, they gave too many.
If you set off and you're bowling leg stump and getting pumped to the onside and you keep there and they get off to a fly, it's very hard to pull it back, isn't it? Straight away you've got guys 4 overs in, nearly an inside edge, but you've got these guys in. They're feeling bad on ball. They've got the confidence through 4s and 6s.
They bowled them in.
You try and stop that once they get the momentum. It's going to take a hell of a bowling spell or a couple of overs to do that. So they started in the worst fashion. I kept looking at Mickey Arthur over here, who's now no longer sitting there because he's stressed up the back. And he just was going, with every one that was getting pongoed away, he's just shaking his head, shaking his head. So,